I will stay with you before we go to our next guest. It's 3 decades since the oil wells were shut down, and successive governments have tried to come back to the table for discussion, but it has not been possible. Now, this government has been able to make it. What do you attribute to it? But also, another question I would like you to answer is, people at the grassroots, like the youth and women, felt they've been left out of the negotiation. What is your government talking about on that?
Thank you. Well, just like you are saying, you are aware, I'm very sure NTA covered that dedication. If you see the delegation that went to Abuja, you will see a kind of hijack of this program from the people of Ogoni in terms of the women, in terms of the youth. How many youth was on that delegation? How many women were on that delegation? But I can assure you that when the governor had a meeting in Government House in Rivers State, there were delegations of youths, there were delegations of women who took over and had that previous negotiation. We had some negotiation, we had some discussion, very fruitful one with the governor of Rivers State. And the composition cut across every sector of the society. Civil society were represented. Ogoni leadership organization were represented. Also, women were represented. But when you watch that meeting with the president, did you see that coloration? Meaning that people try to hijack this process. And we need to be very careful why the previous processes failed. It was because those in authority then also made some effort to hijack the process. There was no transparency. There was no accountability. People didn't trust them. And I'm seeing this now being the same way because the process now is being hijacked from the governor. So I think that the governor has a reach to the people, to the women, to the youth as his people, to the communities. And so he should be giving more hand to drive this process because we have seen him as somebody that is being trusted. But a situation where you allow this process to be hijacked, then it's going to be lopsided. The other question you ask is that we who have been in leadership in Ogoni, we know how to get results in our people. We know how to get our people trusted. Once you are serious and committed, Ogoni people will trust you. Look at the HIPREP we are talking about. I was a pioneer member on the board of HIPREP, and I can tell you, for the first 4 years of the HIPREP program, we were able to achieve the result you are seeing today. We were able to get what Ogoni is benefiting today. After then, the process completely were hijacked, and it became another money bag. It became another NDDC, where people from Abuja, people who are politicians, now see it as a cash cow, where they will be able to get fat contract and then run away, and nothing is happening again. So I think that government and the federal government and the state government need to collaborate to see the best they can do to be able to deliver the very best that can enhance a clearer and a process that can be trusted, so that benefit sharing will also be part of what will be achieved, and the community will be happy, the government will be happy. That's my concern.